All right, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Hello, hello, hello. Real quick, the chat. Disney Grandma, hi, how are you? Good to see you. It's Joey's World. Lisa, hi, it's good to see you. I know you're busy with another stream because you are a super mod. So thanks for popping in, though. I appreciate it. Welcome if you're watching the replay. Thank you so much. Leave me a comment down below. Replay squad, replay team, I watched. How you doing? I love getting comments. I respond to all my comments. My name is Pearl Manhattan, and this is Express Yourself, Healing Through Art, and we are beginning Christmas. Today we're talking about Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. If you know me, Michelle the Quilter. Hi, how you doing? So good to see you. If you know me, you know I buy everything I can at the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. It is my favorite place because I can spend $30 and walk out with 30 things. Whereas you go to any other store, you spend $30, you might get one thing. And it's all about the quantity, right? So this year, I am so pleased. This, can't remember the name of it now. I knew it 30 seconds ago. This check pattern. I am a fiend for it. I love it. The red and black together. And this year, I am so happy because this is what they got. I bought these. And the thing is, for gift ideas, hostess gifts, things like that, you pick up one of these and a pack of cocoa, and you can get this little box of chocolate spoons. This is a little tumbler here. It's got a screw-off lid with a little coffee sipping lid. I love my coffee cups. It's big. I like the big ones. We call that a venti out here, 20 ounce. And then I got a little cup with a straw, so I can sit here with a straw and stay hydrated, drink my cold drinks. Boy, that's probably me telling myself I'm going live. All right. Then these little dish towels, and they've got them in 4 different, they're just like the cups. They got them in 4 different patterns. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. 'Tis the season and let it snow. Buffalo check. That's what it's called. And then there's this plate. Look at this. And we're going to use this in a craft in a couple weeks with look at what else I got. Look at this one. Isn't this absolutely cute? I love the little truck with the trees. I've got a lot of different things that are the truck with the trees. And buffalo check, buffalo plaid. That's right. We're going to use this, and we're going to take, similar to the candle holders that we did, we're going to take this vase that I got from the Dollar Tree. Isn't that a lovely little glass vase too? And it's big. I mean, it's about that big, so it's the perfect size. You could use this, drop in one of the little electric tea lights, and just put some little garland around the top, and it would be beautiful. But we're going to take it, we're going to glue it down to that. We're going to stick this on, glue this on top, but first we're going to fill this vase with all sorts of goodies. Hi, Karki. So nice to see you. Aya, you're here. Hi. So this is going to be a craft we're going to do in a while. But the craft we're going to do today, if you go back on my channel last year, or was it year before? I think it was 2 years ago. I made some ornaments. I like using what I have. And this ornament is all Dollar Tree stuff. I got some cardboard. Why am I not focusing? Hello. Anyway, don't mind my gloves. Not a sponsor. It's cold and wet. My arthritis is really not doing good. So I got my gloves on today. But anyway, I get a lot of cardboard boxes because of my son, supplies and stuff. So I have the cardboard. I got these. These are laser cut. Goodness gracious, my phone is just going crazy. I'm gonna throw it across the room. I got these laser cut stickers. They're wooden, laser cut, and they're stickers. And they've got a little sticky on the back, but we're gonna use glue anyway. But I got these. And then where I found the plate and the cups, I found this placemat for $1. It's a little bit larger than what you'd call a quarter flat. And there's two pieces of material here. There's this piece, which is the back, which is just red. And then we got this side, which is the red and black. We're going to use both sides of it. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do, and that's all we need for this crap. Oh, and you're going to need some glue, which I got from the Dollar Tree. I use this stuff, the liquid adhesive. It's made for putting gluing jewels to fabric and things like that, so it's kind of tough. I also like to use their clear craft glue. This stuff, it glues everything to everything. It's a very good glue. It's clear. I'm having trouble squeezing the bottle today, so I'm going to use this. This works better if you're brushing, but that's this Crafter's Square. It's Dollar Tree. And sorry if I missed the chat. Oh, but real quick, I want to tell you, next week we are doing a Disney Christmas ornament craft, and I'll have lots of publicity out about it and everything, but we are making frozen snow globe ornaments. And we're going to make an Elsa, an Olaf, and an Anna, and they're little snow globes that are ornaments that you can hang up. And so make sure you tune in next Sunday to see that. It will be a Disney inspired Frozen themed snow globe ornaments. But this week, on to the buffalo check. You'll also need, this is just jute twine. I got it in the gardening section at Dollar Tree. It's just rough twine. So there we go. Also, I used the top of a mason jar. You're going to use this to trace with. So the first thing we're going to do is you take your cardboard, and for each ornament you make, you're going to need 2 circles. So I went ahead and I started, and I'm going to go ahead and trace this, and I trace with whatever I grab, pen, pencil, green crayon, doesn't matter. Trace around and make sure you keep the point of your pen up against this so that you get a round circle. Now cutting it, nobody is perfect, so you're not going to cut the circle exactly perfect, but that doesn't matter. Also, go buy a special pair of scissors to cut cardboard with. Don't grab your fabric scissors. Don't grab the nice Fiskars for that. This will dull your scissors. You want a cheap Dollar Tree pair of scissors to cut this out. And I would advise cutting around it to start with, because this can be a little tough. Now, if you are more comfortable using a craft knife for this sort of thing, you can. However you like to cut cardboard, okay? So I'm gonna cut this one, but I already have 2 pieces cut that I'm gonna use. So, but I'm gonna cut this one just to show you. Be real careful, try to make it as round as possible. A little rough edges aren't gonna matter, because you want, the corrugated part is what you want to show. These are rustic ornaments. So, you can see I'm cutting little bitty. You can use smaller scissors, you can use snips, you can use whatever you use. And there we go. I got my circle of cardboard. And like I said, I already have, these are my 2 pieces of cardboard for this ornament. Okay, the next thing we want to do is take our Dollar Tree placemat, and you don't have to use the buffalo check for this. You can use whatever you like. If you see a different placemat that you like, use a different placemat. It doesn't matter. Now this is a really loose kind of weave, but that doesn't matter because we're going to be gluing it all the way onto this, so you're not going to have any phrases because you're going to glue it down. We're going to take our circle. First, I think I'm going to go ahead and just split these apart. I know if you are like me, when you go to cut something, and yeah, I'm using my cardboard scissors to cut my fabric. Don't do as I do. If you were like me, there is a bit of anxiety. Oh, those are the dull ones. I'll go back to these. There's a bit of anxiety with cutting things up because it's so pretty and you don't want to ruin it and anything like that. So go ahead and cut the edges off because it's sewn together around the edges. Go ahead and cut those edges off and get over the anxiety of cutting up the fabric. Because once you cut the edges off, you've already cut it. You may as well go ahead and finish it. Dad Builds, Chris, thank you for dropping in and giving a thumbs up. So nice to see you, dude. Come back next week. I'm making Frozen ornaments. Gonna make some Disney. I'm gonna have Disney content on my channel. How about that? No, but get over the anxiety. Just go ahead and cut it, and then you don't have to worry about it because you've already, air quotes, ruined it. So you may as well go ahead and go all the way. For me, that's the hardest part, is cutting into the fabric because it's so pretty and I don't want to mess it up. But then I have to remember everything I make is good enough. I've really found some inspiration lately. I watch a lot of a online service kind of like Netflix. It's called Pluto TV, and it's got a channel devoted to nothing but old Bob Ross videos. So I've been watching Bob Ross. All right, now look at this. This has even got stabilizer on it. You can leave that on, or if you go in and grab an edge, you can separate this iron-on stabilizer from the fabric sometimes. But you know what? I'm just going to leave it on there. It's not going to affect my craft at all. Here we go. All right, so we're going to need this piece we're going to use for the back, and this piece we're going to use for the front. And most times when you use fabric in crafts, a lot of people will say wash the fabric. Do not wash this, because the stabilizer that's in it will work to your advantage for this craft. So take it right off the shelf, bring it home, and do this. So you see I've got my little jar ring, and I'm going to get a pen. Here's one. And I'm going to make my circle. And you can go ahead and do all the circles at once. I'm just going to cut one. Whoops, it slipped. So I want to get it back on there. Right. I'm just going to make one, but you can do all of your pieces at once. And I got this inspiration from a decoration that was hanging up on the wall at the Dollar Tree. You can buy one of these for $1, or you can buy a placemat and a pack of the stickers for $2 and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'd say 12 to 15 of these. So you won't pay $1 for one or $2 for 12. And it's so much fun to make it yourself, because then it gives you so much satisfaction. And it's fun. And this is something that you can do with kids if they're old enough to hold the scissors. If not, you hold the scissors, because it's just glue. That's all it is just glue. All right. There's one circle of my buffalo check. And now I'm going to cut a circle of the red backing that came on the placemat. There's my ring. Pardon me. And I'm gonna cut a square around it on this one, just because it's easier to cut it. And I am gonna make the rest of these, and they are gonna hang on my tree, because I am just totally into the buffalo check. I have 3 of the candle holders that we made a couple weeks ago. Excuse me. I'm going to change out the ribbons, put a buffalo check ribbon on them, and put some red candles in them. And I have a little table in my entryway that I've got to get out the Christmas decorations. Because I used to be one of those people that the day after Thanksgiving was when everything came up. But lately, I need some joy in my life. So, there we go. There's the other circle. So now, we've got everything we need. We're going to assemble. I've got 2 cardboard circles, 2 cloth circles, and I think I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do it that way. Oh, looks like it's a little pointed at the top. Excuse me. I got something caught in my throat. These also make lovely little gifts. I like to make up a bunch of little ornaments like this, or after this video goes up in the replay, I will add in a little link over there, right here, one of those little cards that will have a link to the video where I made the cardboard ornaments 2 years ago. And I used tissue paper, and I had stamps that I fussy cutted and colored and put on there. And they came out absolutely beautiful. But I'll make a set of like 4 of them, wrap them up really nice, put them in one of my handmade gift bags, and take them to Christmas parties, just little hostess gifts, teacher gifts, all sorts of things. Because on the back, you can always put a little note. You can use paper instead of cloth. You can put a little note that says, the date and your name, and that was handmade with love. We're going to go ahead and cut our string. I'm going to put a long string on this one. This is just jute twine. And I'm just assembling everything that I need. before I get into it. I really, really adore these snowflakes. This year Thanksgiving is going to be weird for me. My college-age kid is under lockdown on campus. She goes to college, and the way her college is doing it, they have some in-person classes and some remote. Now, she is a resident assistant, so she has to live on campus. But if she leaves campus for any reason, and is around anyone that she's not normally around, she has to quarantine for 2 weeks when she gets back to campus. I told her, stay on campus this year. We'll do Thanksgiving next year, you know. So she's not going to be here. My oldest daughter and her partner are going to stay home because they've been very busy. Yeah, their campus has done amazing with the virus. They're going to be busy, so they're just staying home. So it's just going to be me and my boy and my boyfriend, and we're just going to chill. I'm going to spend most of the day watching Pete McDevitt's football stream, honestly. Now, what else did I need? This. Oh, and I'm going to get my glue. There we go. I am going to brush on my glue because I want to make sure it gets on there everywhere. So I've got this little plastic dish, and I am just squirting me a good amount of glue. Now I'm not going to put it on top of the fabric. Not going to do like a Mod Podge with it. But, all right, let's get started here. And I've got just a cheap old, this is a Dollar Tree polyester synthetic brush. Okay. And if you've asked me or commented in chat and I have missed it, I apologize. Chat's hard for me to see. I'm not ignoring anybody. I love you if you're here. If you feel ignored, say something. Throw something at me. Whatever. I have been so busy working on music for my Christmas albums. I got to get them uploaded to the distributor so they will be ready for Black Friday. The day after Thanksgiving is when my Christmas albums drop. Doing one instrumental album and one vocal jazz album. All right, so there we go. Got my glue all over that one piece of cardboard. And I'm just laying my fabric down and kind of, because it's so loose, it'll move a little bit. And I'm just squishing it around. And then, if I don't like all these tags and edges, I can always go back and just trim right around that edge. Make it all even. Oh. I am not sure when fireworks became a year-round thing, but man, my neighborhood seems to have a lot. You can use Mod Podge, you can use whatever you want. You can use, glue stick probably wouldn't hold unless it's a heavy-duty fabric glue. But you can use whatever, you could probably use Elmer's school glue, to be honest. All right, I've glued that on. And now I'm going to do the same with the other one. Get a nice coat of glue. Evenly done. Glue it on there. La la la. Slather it on, as my grandmother used to say. Slather. Do they still use that word? I don't know. I'm over on Twitch hanging out with all these youngins, and man, some of the words they use today, I am so out of touch. Alright, let's see if we can stretch this out a little bit. There we go. You can also take a totally dry brush and just, that's a more gentle way to get the glue stuck to the fabric and brush off all those little pieces. And then we'll go back with our scissors and just trim up all the little fray edge here. And these go together so quickly. Like I said, they're great for your own tree. They're great for little hostess gifts, ornament swaps. You know, I like giving homemade things, handmade things, because they seem to mean more to me. And I love getting handmade stuff. I have to explain, Christmas at my house, and Aya can, whoa, that's not glued down well. Let's put some more glue on that. Aya can attest to this. We have no bounds on, hi Rachel, how are you? We're making Christmas ornaments. Glad to see you. We have no bounds on the type of gifts we give each other for Christmas. We give things we buy at Goodwill and Value Village and the thrift store. We give gifts we found at garage sales, because the gift itself is not what's important. What's important is the story of how you got the present and how little you paid for it. What kind of a deal did you get on it? And that's why it takes us so long to open presents, because we spend so much time talking about how we got the gifts. And they mean so much more, you know? All right. Now I'm using a little bit of double stick tape here. You don't have to do this part, but I find for me it's helpful. I'm just putting 2 little strips of it here. This is 3/8 of an inch double stick tape from the Dollar Tree. Everything from this craft from the Dollar Tree. I believe in doing anything with nothing. One of the Christmas shows, probably during Vlogmas, is going to be about the year that when I was 9, we decorated a Christmas tree with nothing but stuff we found around the house in 10 minutes. And we had a beautiful tree. Okay, that's got a black thing here in this jute that I don't like. All right, so I'm going to take my piece of jute, make it long enough so it can hang, or you can put a hook in it, match up the ends, and I'm going to just stick it in this double-sided tape like that. That lets me know where the top is also. Oh, it's a little crooked. So I'm going to pull it up and move it a little bit, because I want it to hang right. How's that? How's it going? Right there? No, it needs to be moved a little bit to this side. Let's see now. I'll get it. I'll get it. This is part of the fun, is figuring this part out. There we go. That looks about right. Whoops. Now the tape is just to hold it in place while you glue it. I'm going to take the end of my little pokey tool. I've got this little flat edge here, and I'm going to rub on that ribbon, on that jute, until it unwinds a little bit into the tape. And I want to make it flat because this is the next step. I reach over here in my glue, get my brush full, and we're going to slather more glue. Oh, you know what I should do? I should make, one year, I worked in a recovery unit for pregnant moms and moms with young children who were recovering from addictions. And we made ornaments out of a dough that was made of glue and cinnamon and applesauce. And we mixed the glue and the applesauce and the cinnamon until it made like a dough, and you kneaded it, and then you roll it out like cookies basically, and use cookie cutters, and you cut it into shapes, and then you make a little hole at the top, and they smell divine. They don't usually keep over the years, because of the applesauce, and they can draw fruit flies, and they can get moldy. And I want quite a bit of glue in here. But that's another fun thing we could do. Okay, in the back, we just want to stick this on there, line it up, give it a little bit of pressure. And squish it together with our fingers. We can take a clean brush and we can brush that glue around. Any glue that comes out. If the edges are not perfect, that's great, because this is a rustic Christmas craft. I'm actually gonna open this up. This is supposed to look a little rough edged. That's part of the buffalo check thing. Okay, we got those little edges, and like I did before, I can come in here and just trim those little edges off. Once the glue dries, you shouldn't have that problem anymore. Okay, everybody with me so far? All right, so there's that, and it's a little crooked, but you know what? I like it that way. All right, I cut. Did I cut one off? I did. I cut one off. Oh, there it is, right here. All right, these are the little wooden, and this is the label. They're called DIY stickers, but they're wooden. They're a little piece of wood. And they are laser cut. Isn't that just beautiful? And they've got a darkened edge, and they're stuck to the plastic. They've got this little sticky thing here. I'm going to pull that off. It's just a glue dot, but I'm going to pull it off because I want it to lay flat onto the fabric. And I'm just going to take my glue and my brush, brush in here, brush that glue on. This dries clear, so it's not really going to matter that it's getting up in those little bitty holes. It's going to dry clear, but I want enough to really adhere it to the fabric. So I'm going to make sure I get it on all And then I'm going to take and line it up on there in the center and push it down. Take my dry brush and kind of knock some of that. This is a dry clean brush, and I'm just pushing down, knocking that extra glue that was sticking up. And there we go. And we're done. Isn't that stinking cute? Seahawks won. Hot diggity dog. See, I can't watch the games, Disney Grandma. If I watch the Seahawks, they lose. It's the way it's been since I moved out here 22 years ago. They're my team, but I can't watch them because if I watch them, they lose. Yay, they won. Made the mistake of tuning in last week and they lost. So, anyway, there we are. Now, I made another one earlier today, and what I did, I just found some scrap paper that I had laying around. And what I had a bunch of, this, I used my, I have a cutter. What's it called? Y'all know what it's called. I showed it to you before. This thing. A Sizzix Big Shot, right? And I have some die cuts. And I used the Stitch Circle die cut and cut out this little wreath from some designer scrapbooking paper I had. And then I used my jar ring and I cut out this paper and this paper. This is just some regular cardstock, and this is some designer paper I had. I used some little glue dots, which I got from the Dollar Tree, and glued the little wreath on there, and I put the string on the same way. And there you go. So this just goes to show that you don't like the buffalo, don't like this rustic look, you can do this with anything. Case in point, let me show you some other stuff I got today. All right, more about the Dollar Tree haul. Make a little room here. These are gift tags or etiquette's cadeau. Okay, aren't those cute? But I'm not going to use them for gift tags. I'm going to use them for embellishments. You like the buffalo check, but you don't like the wooden snowflake, or your Dollar Tree doesn't happen to have any of those, go grab a set of these, because this particular pack is amazing. I'm going to hold these up here one at a time so you can see them. There's the Christmas tree. There's my favorite little truck. There's just a poinsettia with some pine cones. We got a wreath. We got a reindeer. We got a cardinal. We got some mittens. We got a house. And we got Be Jolly. You can take the card, and if you're very careful, you can peel this off, and bingo bango, look at that. You got an embellishment. And you can use this somewhere else. So, that's something else I got at Dollar Tree. You can take these little embellishments. You can use wrapping paper for the background. Let your imagination go, because you're the only person in the world who's going to know what this is made of. And I should have taken a picture. I did take a picture, but I should have loaded it up so I could show it to you. This ornament is hanging in Dollar Tree for $1. The only difference is, instead of this wooden laser cut snowflake, It's got a piece of cardstock that they have cut out. Some have a little snowman, but there's no features on it. It's just the silhouette, a white silhouette. One is of a deer. So if you do have die cuts, you don't need the snowflakes. You can just make the die cuts in white cardstock. And there you go. You're the only one who knows. Let me just show you how pretty this can be. You're the only one who knows what goes into making the ornaments. There we go. Look at that. It's that simple. One year my mom made ornaments out of Dixie cups, paper cups, and tin foil and feathers. They were absolutely beautiful. Now, if you watched her make them and you saw they were made out of Dixie cups and tin foil, you were kind of like, well, that's just Dixie cups and tin foil. But if you didn't watch her make them, you wouldn't have known, you know? Some other stuff I got at the Dollar Tree. I can't wait to talk about the Elsa ornaments, because the Frozen ornaments, because they're gonna be so stinking cute. Here, we'll use Olaf to start with. See, I got a whole bag full of stuff here. What you're gonna need if you want to craft along with me, what you're gonna need, this is called a DIY ornament. Okay, and what it is, it's a little jar. It's got this little thing at the top for the ornament hook and everything. Okay, we're gonna have to glue this shut and seal it up because it's got little holes in it. And then this end opens up, and it's a little jar. And we're going to take these little Frozen figurines, and I want to remind you that they've got more than Frozen figurines. They have Star Wars figurines. They have Marvel figurines. They have My Little Pony figurines. They have all the little figurines you want. You can find them at the Dollar Tree. Heck, you could do it with Plastic Army Men and do a Toy Story theme. But this is a little Olaf keychain. And all we're going to do, well, first you got to get the package open. I need a rent-a-kit. I need a 5-year-old to come open packages for me. Anyway, speaking of 5-year-olds, I hope those of you who did go trick-or-treating had a wonderful trick-or-treating experience. We don't go trick-or-treating. We haven't in years, because my son gets very disappointed. He doesn't understand the point of walking to a front door and then not going in. He wants to go in, check out your fridge, check out your cable, reprogram your phone, that sort of thing. Okay, these keychains, if you can see, let me get up here. On the back, it's got just a little loop. We're going to take our jewelry pliers. Oh, you don't even need jewelry pliers. I think we can just screw it out. We're going to remove that little metal screw eye thing. It's kind of like what you use to hang pictures. Okay, we took that out. Now we have a little Olaf, and we're going to glue Olaf to that little lid. And then I got some really neat things. We're going to take this Dollar Tree garland. You get 9 feet for $1. This is garland. It's iridescent. It looks like snow. I'm going to take just a little bit of that and put it down in the bottom around Olaf, like that. Now he's got snow, a little snow around him. But I also have these are for Elsa. They've got these little iridescent beads. I got white ones to make little snowballs. But these are for Elsa, and some of these are going to go and stick in the bottom of this. And I also found, let me find something with the lid. I have what's called ornament filler. It's like a glitter, but it's bigger chunks, and it's kind of iridescent, but it's flat. We're gonna pour that. That's gonna go in this part. I've also got, see, for Elsa, I've got these little this tube confetti, they call it. It's like little beads. We're gonna put some of that in there. Oh, here's the snowball ones. These are pearl beads, but don't they look like little snowballs when you glue them down to the bottom? And then to go around the bottom, I got some of this. This is diamond wrap, and I'm gonna have to cut it down because it's wider than the lid, as you can see. But two rows will go around the lid. I'm gonna use hot glue, glue it around the bottom. And we're gonna do all this on stream too, so you'll get to see it. But see, that I had to dig around a little bit, but here we go. There's Anna and Elsa and Olaf. Funny, they kind of discriminate. They don't have the moose and the guy, Kristen. Okay, the last step is you need either a little bit of baby oil or a little bit of glycerin. I use baby oil because I found it at the Dollar Tree. It's mineral oil is what it is. It's not made of babies, don't worry. Uh-oh, my red is leaking out of the bag. Anyway, or you'll need some glycerin. And when all is said and done, we are going to have Frozen themed snow globes. That one we'll do next week. Another thing is, in my house, I live in a very small apartment, so there's not a lot of room to decorate. I don't have a lot of shelf space and things like that. So anything I decorate, it has to go on the walls. These are some window clings. And I'm going to use a combination of these and some designer scrapbook paper I have, and some artist canvas that I got at the Dollar Tree. Yes, Dollar Tree. They have artist canvas at the Dollar Tree in the craft department. By the way, if you can't find any of this, Dollar Tree does sell their things online. You just have to buy them by the case. But if you're an avid crafter like me, you can go through a case of double-sided tape. You know, that's only 36 rolls. One of my stationery set things I make takes up 3 rolls. So, I just walked around the store and I see things and I go, hey, I wonder, I could do this or I could do that. Also, I watch a lot of YouTube. And the video that I saw, I should link it. I'll go look it up and link it down below once this goes for replay. She used Disney villain figurines that she found and made villains ornaments. But I couldn't find any Disney villains. All I could find was the Frozen. So we're going with Frozen. But these and some designer scrapbook paper, and we're going to do that on stream too. And I'm going to make some holiday pictures to hang up on my wall because I don't have room. You know, my tree is the smallest tree, the $30 tree from Big Lots. It comes with the lights already on it. I'm running out of room for ornaments though. Well, I got you covered because I'm going to share all of my creativity with you guys this year. I need to take that off of there. I don't want to lose that. Need to put it somewhere where I won't lose it. Here, we'll stick it on here for now. But yeah, we're gonna do so much. That's why we're starting this early. We're gonna do so much this year. I am gonna do Vlogmas, and I think I'm gonna start filming those soon. Because I've done the video a day thing before, where you just, you know, record it, put it up, record it, put it up, and it's much easier to do the things in advance. I burned myself out 2 years ago. I did daily vlogging from October until Christmas, and oh, too much. Where I get my ideas mostly is YouTube videos. I have a bunch of crafters that I watch. Another place I get ideas is Dollar Tree actually has on their website, they actually have a place where viewers can send in their crafts that they've made, and they post them up there. Oh, another thing. This one, I don't know if I'm going to demo it, but I'll tell you how to do it, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You buy pillar candles. You can get them from the Dollar Tree. Oh, like the Pinterest fails? Yeah. No, don't go to Pinterest. Pinterest is the devil. I bet this would come out perfect. I bet you could do this. But anyway, all right. I bought this. This is a poster stickers. Okay? You buy yourself the pillar candles. If they've got some sort of logo or something, you got to peel that off. You want just the plain white pillar candle. And then you get your ribbon, your big thick ribbon. Here it is right here. And you cut yourself a slice of it, and you use your hot glue, and you run this around the bottom of the pillar candle and glue it onto the pillar candle. And then whatever words you want to use, pick out those letters. Let's say you want joy. You'll need 3 pillar candles. You hot glue this around the bottom one time, and then you stick the J on one, you stick the O on one, and you stick the Y. Trust me, there is a Y on here. Tie a little ribbon, a bow around, use your jute, tie a little bow around your ribbon on the bottom. Candle set that says joy or peace or happy or merry or Santa or whatever you want it to say. There you go. And that's a freebie. I don't know if we'll get to that one on the stream this season, but there's a freebie craft for you. I love that you have all been here with me today. I am definitely in the Christmas spirit. This is stinking adorable. Gosh, it's so cute. Can't wait to get the tree out now. I love this buffalo check. We're going to be doing a lot with the buffalo check. But like I said, next week, frozen ornaments. Be sure to tune in. I will be putting up all sorts of notices about it and everything. Tell your friends if they are Disney fans and they are Christmas fans. There's a reason you can only see this much of me right now. I'm 54 years old and I still have trouble cleaning my room. But I live in a tiny house, a tiny apartment. Anyway, I had to stop and listen for a second. My son has been so quiet this week. He's been so quiet. Thank you so much, Carol. Carol, right? Karki, it is Carol. Michelle, thank you. Lisa, my candle would say burn me. That would be cute. That would be adorable, Lisa. Um, Thank y'all so much for being here with me. I'm doing a lot better than I was last week. My boyfriend drug us up to the mountains this past weekend. Of course, it was raining and cold and windy, no snow, but it was nice to get out of the house. Gave me a new perspective. I took Friday off from everything. I laid in my bed. I watched The Mandalorian. If you have not seen it, go watch it. The Mandalorian is fantastic. It's amazing. It's wonderful. The first 15 minutes will just blow you away. And it just keeps going. And when it's over, you let out that little, because you don't have to wait till next week. Even if you're not a fan. Yeah, my mood is a lot lighter. Also, writing the music. I was asked by a prominent YouTuber to write some music for a project he's working on, and I managed to knock that out and sent it to him, and he approved it. So I'll be wrapping that up and finishing mixing and mastering that, sending it off, and they were very pleased with the project. So that really lifted my mood. And then my album, Pumpkin Spice Meditations, is just going wild. It's just going absolutely crazy. Just from my Spotify revenue, I am looking at more money than I have ever made in music in my life. Not that it's a whole lot of money, but it's a lot of money for me. And it lets me know that I'm on the right track with what I'm doing. So I'm even twice as excited to make more albums and get them out there, because my music's going somewhere. I'm finally getting where I've been trying to be for so many years. Thanks for sticking with me. I better let y'all go. It's almost 5 o'clock. Peace and blessings upon you, and upon all you love, and upon all who love you. Find your passion, grab a hold of it, don't let it go. We're going to get through this, and it's going to be a better and brighter day. Think of all the coping skills you're learning. Think of all the ways you're adapting. Think of how flexible you've become. Show up next week. We're going to make frozen ornaments. Have a happy day, a great week, and tell somebody you love them. Take care, y'all.